All right, let's talk about something that not only feels deeply personal but also carries a responsibility that can't be ignored. If you've ever felt like you're walking a unique path, like you've been selected for a higher purpose, you've probably already encountered certain truths along the way. But there are universal laws that govern not just the physical world, but the spiritual as well, that every chosen one must understand. These aren't just rules, they're the fabric of existence, the forces that shape your journey. And if you're here watching this, it's because you felt that pull. You felt that sense of being chosen, whether you fully realize it yet or not. The first law we need to talk about is the law of oneness. This is foundational. The essence of this law is that everything, and I mean everything, is connected. It's easy to look around and see the separation: different people, different lives, different experiences. But the deeper truth is that we are all part of the same universal energy. Every tree, every person, every star in the sky is connected. You and I, we're not just individuals floating through space, we're threads in the same cosmic tapestry. And as a chosen one, you've been given the task of remembering this interconnectedness, even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. But here's the challenge: how often do you forget that? How often do you feel isolated, like you're the only one carrying this weight? It's in those moments of loneliness that we must remember the law of oneness. Because when you recognize that everything is connected, you realize you're never truly alone. The universe is working with you, not against you. Every person you encounter, every experience you have, is part of a greater plan. You're not here by accident. You're part of a much larger mission, and the sooner you embrace that, the more aligned your life becomes.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Now, this leads us to the second law, the law of vibration. Everything in the universe is energy, and that energy is constantly moving, vibrating at different frequencies. This includes your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. The frequency you vibrate at determines what you attract into your life. If you're vibrating at a low frequency, feeling fear, doubt, or anger, then you're going to attract more of that into your experience. On the flip side, when you elevate your vibration through love, gratitude, and compassion, you start attracting higher vibrational experiences. So, let me ask you, what kind of energy are you putting out into the world right now? Are you vibrating at a frequency that aligns with your higher purpose, or are you allowing lower energies to pull you down? Because as a chosen one, your vibration doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you. You're a beacon of light, whether you realize it or not. And part of surviving and thriving as a chosen one is mastering your vibration. It's about being intentional with the energy you bring into every moment. If you want to change your reality, you have to change your vibration. The third law is the law of correspondence. This one is a bit more subtle, but it's just as powerful. As above, so below. You've probably heard that phrase before, but what does it really mean? The law of correspondence tells us that the patterns we see in the larger universe are mirrored in the smaller, and vice versa. The microcosm reflects the macrocosm. What's happening in your inner world, your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, gets reflected in your outer reality. If you're experiencing chaos in your external world, it's a sign that there's internal chaos that needs to be addressed. So, take a moment right now. What's going on in your life that feels out of balance? And how is that imbalance being mirrored within? Because the key to mastering this law is understanding that you have the power to change your outer world by changing your inner world. As a chosen one, self-mastery is crucial. You're being asked to become a master of your own mind, your own emotions, and your own energy. The universe is constantly giving you feedback through your experiences, showing you where you need to grow. All right, we're getting deeper now. We've explored the interconnectedness of all things, the power of vibration, and how our inner world reflects the outer. But now we come to one of the most important laws that every chosen one must not only understand but live by, the law of cause and effect, also known as the law of karma. This is one of the universal laws where most people get stuck because it's so easy to forget how powerful every action truly is. The essence of this law is simple. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. What you put out into the universe comes back to you. And this isn't just about your physical actions, it includes your thoughts and intentions. As a chosen one, your thoughts and actions carry even more weight because you are a creator. You're not just living in the world, you're shaping it. Your energy ripples out into the universe, affecting not only your life but the lives of others as well. Let me ask you this. Are you aware of the ripple effect of your actions? When you make choices, big or small, do you think about the consequences they'll have? Not just on you, but on the people around you, and even on the collective consciousness. Because a chosen one doesn't act carelessly. A chosen one understands that every thought, every word, every deed is a seed that will bear fruit, either in this lifetime or the next. The key to mastering the law of cause and effect is intentionality. You must become hyper-aware of your actions and their consequences. And more importantly, you must understand that karma isn't punishment or reward. It's simply balance. The universe is always seeking equilibrium. When you act out of alignment with your highest self, the universe will give you opportunities to correct that imbalance. It's not about punishment, it's about growth. So the next time you're faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can I use this experience to bring myself back into alignment? The fifth law we need to explore is the law of attraction. Now, I know you've probably heard a lot about this one, and maybe you've even tried to use it in your life. But let's go deeper. The law of attraction states that like attracts like. Whatever energy you're putting out into the universe, that's what you're going to attract back to you. But here's the thing that most people miss. It's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about embodying the energy of what you want to attract. You can't just sit around hoping for a better life, hoping for abundance, or hoping for love. You have to become the kind of person who naturally attracts those things. You have to raise your vibration to match the frequency of what you desire. And that means doing the inner work. It means healing the parts of you that are still stuck in fear, doubt, or scarcity consciousness. It means becoming the version of yourself who is already living the life you want. So let me ask you, are you embodying the energy of what you want to attract? Or are you still operating from a place of lack, fear, or uncertainty? This is one of the most powerful lessons for any chosen one, because the universe is always responding to your vibration. The question isn't whether or not the law of attraction is working, it's always working. The real question is, are you attracting what you want, or are you attracting what you fear? The sixth law is the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This one is often overlooked, but it's incredibly important. It states that energy is always in motion and can be transformed from one state to another. This means that no matter where you are right now, no matter what challenges you're facing, you have the power to change your circumstances. You have the power to transmute lower energies into higher ones. You can turn fear into courage, doubt into faith, and pain into growth. Think about that for a moment. How often do you feel stuck? How often do you feel like your circumstances are out of your control? The law of perpetual transmutation of energy is a reminder that nothing is permanent. Everything is always changing, and you have the ability to influence that change. As a chosen one, your role is to be an alchemist of energy, to take what life gives you and transform it into something greater. And the more you practice this, the more powerful you become. Now that we've explored how energy is always in motion and transmutable, we're ready to dive into one of the most profound laws that governs not just the universe, but your personal spiritual journey, the law of rhythm. This law teaches us that everything in life comes in cycles. Just like the seasons change, just like the tides rise and fall, so too do we experience highs and lows, moments of clarity and moments of confusion. As a chosen one, understanding this law will save you a lot of unnecessary suffering. Here's the thing, most people resist the natural rhythms of life. When things are going well, we want to hold on to that feeling forever. And when things are difficult, we want to escape as quickly as possible. But the law of rhythm reminds us that everything is temporary. The highs won't last forever, but neither will the lows. And when you can accept that, when you can flow with the rhythms of life instead of resisting them, you find peace. So, ask yourself, how do you handle the ups and downs of life? Do you find yourself clinging to the good times, trying to make them last? Or do you panic when things start to fall apart, feeling like it's the end of the world? Because the key to mastering the law of rhythm is learning how to stay centered, no matter what's happening around you. It's about finding your inner equilibrium, your inner peace that isn't dependent on external circumstances. This leads us to the final and perhaps most important law for every chosen one, the law of divine timing, also known as the law of gender. This law teaches us that everything in the universe has a gestation period. Just like a seed needs time to grow into a tree, your dreams, your purpose, and your spiritual growth all have their own divine timing. You can't rush the process no matter how much you want to. And as a chosen one, patience is one of the greatest virtues you'll need to cultivate. Divine timing doesn't mean sitting around waiting for things to happen. It means trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, in the perfect time. It means understanding that there's a season for everything, a season for planting, a season for growth, and a season for harvest. And if you try to force things to happen before they're ready, you'll only end up frustrated and burnt out. So, let me ask you, are you trusting in divine timing, or are you trying to force things to happen on your own schedule? Because when you align yourself with the rhythm of the universe, things start to flow. The right opportunities come at the right time. The right people show up when you're ready for them, and your purpose unfolds in ways you couldn't have planned. Now that we've explored the 7 most powerful universal laws, the question becomes, how do you use them to fulfill your mission as a chosen one? Because knowing these laws isn't enough. Wisdom without action is like a seed that's never planted. It has potential, but it will never grow. So, how do you take this knowledge and use it to shape your destiny? That's what we're going to dive into now. The first thing you need to understand is that these laws are always working, whether you're aware of them or not. They don't stop just because you're not paying attention. But when you become conscious of them, when you start living in alignment with these laws, that's when the magic happens. That's when you start to step into your full power as a chosen one. Let's start with the law of oneness. Now that you know everything is connected, how does that change the way you interact with the world? When you see someone struggling, do you recognize that their pain is your pain? When you see someone succeeding, can you celebrate their victory as your own? Because as a chosen one, you're not just here to live for yourself. You're here to uplift the collective. You're here to raise the vibration of the planet. And that starts with recognizing the oneness of all things. The law of vibration is next. How do you raise your vibration on a daily basis? It's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about embodying the energy of love, gratitude, and compassion. It's about aligning your actions with your highest self. Every time you make a choice, ask yourself, is this raising my vibration or lowering it? Because the more you raise your vibration, the more aligned you become with your higher purpose. Then there's the law of correspondence. How are the patterns in your life reflecting the patterns within you? Are you seeing chaos in your outer world? If so, it's a sign that there's internal chaos that needs to be addressed. As a chosen one, self-mastery is key. You can't change the world until you've mastered yourself. So, start looking at your external world as a mirror. What is it showing you about yourself? And how can you use that reflection to grow? The law of cause and effect is next. Are you acting with intention? Are you aware of the ripple effect of your actions? As a chosen one, your actions carry even more weight because you are a creator. Every thought, every word, every deed is shaping your reality. So start acting with purpose. Start thinking about the long-term impact of your choices, not just for yourself, but for the collective. The law of attraction is also crucial. Are you aligned with what you want to attract? Remember, it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about becoming the person who naturally attracts what you desire. If you want abundance, start embodying the energy of abundance. If you want love, start embodying the energy of love. The universe is always responding to your vibration, so make sure you're vibrating at the frequency of what you want to attract. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy reminds us that nothing is permanent. No matter what you're going through, you have the power to change it. You have the power to transmute lower energies into higher ones. So, when you face challenges, remember that they're just opportunities for growth. You're an alchemist of energy, and you have the power to transform any situation. Finally, the law of rhythm and divine timing teaches us patience. Everything has its season. You can't rush your spiritual growth, and you can't rush your purpose. Trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The right opportunities will come at the right time, and when they do, you'll be ready. But for now, focus on aligning yourself with these universal laws. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself, and trust that the universe will take care of the rest. So, let me ask you, are you ready to step into your power as a chosen one? Are you ready to align yourself with these universal laws and fulfill your mission? Because the world is waiting. Your purpose is waiting. And the only thing standing between you and the life you were meant to live is the decision to fully embody these laws. The universe is always working in your favor, but it's up to you to take action. So, what are you waiting for? Step into your power. The time is now.